Hi, this is Happy Bird from happybirdscraftinghaven.com, and I'm here today to show you how to make this beautiful little vintage looking angel. She was very easy to make and very inexpensive, so I'll show you what I did. Now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to have to go to my blog at happybirdscraftinghaven.com, and you're going to download this pattern for free that I made up. The circles are for the angel's dress, and then I drew some angel wings. Okay, so this is a free pattern. Just go to my website and you can download it. And the next thing you're going to need is you're going to need your choice of regular felt for the dress. I chose pink and aqua since I wanted to give this a vintage feel. And the pink I picked up at Michael's. However, I wasn't able to find the aqua, so I went on Etsy and I found a seller by the name of Over the River Felt, and I was very pleased. I paid $1.85 for an 18 by 12 sheet of felt, and the shipping was very quick. I did check her shipping policies, and it appears that she does ship overseas. However, you have to contact her for a quote. And I'll be sure to put the link in the drop-down bar below, okay? You'll also need some stiff felt, okay? And I don't mean the kind with the adhesive backing, you know, the kind that you peel the paper off and there's adhesive on the back. Don't get that. Get just the plain white stiff felt, okay? So, what I did is I already cut out a piece of aqua colored felt, and I'm just going to lay it down, and I'm going to fold the top part over like this until I think it looks pretty good, kind of like an angel's jacket or robe. And I'm going to be careful right here to get this part somewhat in the middle. You can't get it exact, but you know, just look at the little angel's robe and see if it looks good to you. See if it looks nice and even. Maybe a place where, you know, you can put the buttons on the angel here. Just make sure it looks the way you want it to. You want to leave this part here open. You want that flare. You don't want to glue this completely down like this and have it look like that. Okay? So this looks pretty good, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my low temp hot glue gun, and I'm going to put a little squeeze here and a little squeeze there, and I'm going to press this down. Okay, and this small part up here will lay flat, but we don't want this part to be flat, okay? So that looks pretty good, I think. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a rhinestone for the head, a flat back rhinestone. I used Recollections. I purchased this at Michael's. If you live in a different country, you don't have access to this, you can find rhinestones like this similar on eBay or Etsy. This is a 20 millimeter. I measured it. So first thing I'm going to do is put a little bit, oops, I don't want to put it on that. I'm going to do something else first before I glue it on. Almost forgot. Okay, I'm going to stick it on this white stiff felt. And I'm going to cut. I'm just going to cut here around the rhinestone, and I'll show you why I'm doing this in a moment. Okay, I'm going to show you the back of this angel. See, I always like the back of my ornaments to look finished as well. That's just kind of my thing. So I wanted to cover the rest of the sticky back part with this little white felt in the back, like that, okay? I think I can trim the edge a little more right here. Okay. So now I'm going to peel this felt off, put some low temp hot glue on this, and then put that little white piece back, just like so. Now if you want to come in and kind of clean up the edges a little bit, you can with your scissors. I use detail scissors for this. Okay, so now what I can do is I can take this and glue it on to my angel's robe. So I'm going to put some hot glue right here, low temp of course. I'm going to set my angel's head about like that. See? About like that. Okay. Now, next I'm going to place a little halo on my angel. I just used this bead cap that I found. I found a package of them in the bead landing section at Michael's. And you know, you can buy these online. If you don't want to use these, you can certainly purchase very small connectors, you know, to filigree connectors to place on the back of the head. You can also use a sparkly tinsel pipe cleaner and just make a little loop at the top and attach it to the back. So there's a lot of different ways you can actually you know, do the crown. But I'm just going to put a little bit of low temp hot glue right here, just at the bottom part. And I'm going to hook it to my angel's head. And I like to look at the front because then I can see what it looks like from the front. Okay. Now next, I'm going to allow this to dry for just a bit. And the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to need to attach the angel's wings. But before we attach the angel's wings, I'm going to show you what I did to make it, to give it this real sparkly look, okay? I used the Deco Art Craft Twinkles in crystal. This is very inexpensive. I think I paid 97 cents for it at Walmart. And they do carry it at Michael's too. It's in the section where all the little bottles of like the folk art paint and the Americana paint is. It's usually towards the end where all the sparkly glitters are. Okay, so I'm going to take my angel's wings and I'm just going to kind of blob this on. You see, I'm quite generous using this. And the reason being is because we're going to add some glitter on top of this as well. And I want to make sure that glitter sticks. That way you don't have to put any kind of finish on top of the glitter, so the glitter won't fall off. If you put plenty of this stuff on, you won't need to do that. Okay, see how it shines? Right. So now I'm going to take the glitter I'm going to use on top of this. This is Recollections fine glitter in the color Glitz. And I'm going to open the lid and sprinkle this right on top. So I'm going to do that off to the side here quickly. Okay. And I'm going to see how it gives it a real pretty shine. And I'm going to allow this to dry for at least 24 hours. It'll probably be even better twice that long. However, it depends on the area you live in. If you live in a humid area, it might take a little while to dry. You just want it nice and cured before you take this and start, hot gluing it onto the angel. So I'm going to set this aside. And I already made one up like this, okay? So the first thing you're going to do before you do anything is you're going to put a little heart on the back of the wings. And that's just to kind of give it a finished look. Now, before we put the wings on, I'm going to have to cut the ornament thread. And this is very important, so don't remember, I mean, don't remember, don't forget. Don't forget to do this, because it's easy to forget to do this. We're going to make a little loop here to hang the angel, but I want to hide this under the angel's wings, so okay. So I'm going to cut these. Alright. And I'm not going to glue it like this by the heart. I'm going to hot glue this here in the front. I don't know what in the world happened to this. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, why is it twisting? So I'm going to make another one. Sorry about that. So you can use any kind of bead thread. Okay. There, it's a little better, I think. Yeah. I'm going to snip this off. Okay, so we're not going to glue it back here with a heart. We're going to glue it on the front. And I'm just taking a dab, just a dab, of the hot glue. Low temp, of course. I'm just going to place this right here in the middle. Just like so. Okay. Oop. Okay, that came flying. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is we're going to put hot glue over this and attach the angel's wings. So, low temp hot glue. Kind of center the angel's wings. Make it up a little higher. Like so. I'm going to move my camera upwards a little more. I sure hope I'm in frame. Okay. Like so. Here. And then you can pull all the little stringy things off. Okay. So next we're going to decorate the front. And what I did was I purchased some Recollections trim here. And you don't have to purchase this from Recollections. I've seen this type of trim in the sewing section, you know, where all the fabric and ribbons and trims are, so you can purchase it there if you'd like. But I think this is a little less expensive if you do purchase this through the Recollections brand. Okay, so I'm going to choose probably 3 of these for the robe, for the angel's robe, the buttons on her robe. Well, I call it a robe, a dress, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to put very tiny dots of low temp hot glue, and I'm going to set it right here on, right here, and the angel's dress. Okay. Now, the last thing that we'll need to do is put bling on the outside here, and then bling on the inside here. If you wanted to, I guess you could put it around the back too, but I didn't think it was necessary. So I just did the front part here and here. And you're going to need a couple of sizes. I used the medium bling down here at the bottom of the dress, and then the smaller bling here at the top of the dress. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do that. Oh, and this little heart here, that's not necessary. However, I did have some hearts that I purchased from Dollar Tree way back when, in February, I think. So I just put a little heart on my angel. I don't know what it is, but all my angels need hearts. It just seems that way. So I'll go ahead and place these little sticky back rhinestones from Recollections on here. You can use anything you want. If you plan on making these for a craft show and you want to make a whole lot of them, I would recommend buying the big bags of bling that have a couple of different sizes in them. I think Doris sells them that way, and if you use your 50% off coupon, then it shouldn't be too bad as far as the cost. Just make this up. Okay. Alright. So I think I'm going to start by doing the top. And I'll probably need 5 of the smaller ones here and 5 on this side. Okay, so I'm going to do that first. Now, if you want to fast forward past this part, you can. For the ones that don't want to sit here and watch me add bling. There we go. You know, like I said before, there's some projects I feel that I can go a little bit faster on, but there's some projects that I feel that, you know, I really need to take my time with, otherwise they're not going to turn out as nice. So this little angel, you can make this up during, you know, the summer, and the kids could get involved in making this too. Just as long as you kind of monitor them with a low temp glue gun. Now mine doesn't burn my fingers. The low temp doesn't, so, you know, I like this glue gun. But you have to be careful with the glue guns too. I purchased a glue gun one time at Michael's, and it was one of the cheaper, smaller ones. And it was supposed to be a low temp hot glue gun. And the first time I used it, I couldn't believe it. It just burned the heck out of my finger. And I ended up, you know, just putting it aside in my drawer. And I avoided using it from that time on. So you have to get a really nice glue gun that really is a low temp glue gun. This is AdTech 2Temp, and it has a hot setting and a cool setting. See, I put it on the cool setting. They sell these at Walmart. Okay, so we have the first part of the dress finished. Do the other side, right here. There we go. There we go. My grandmother loved birds and angels. I think that's... Oh, and she loved violets too. I think that's probably why I like angels and birds. There we go. And just a couple more sides there. And one more to top the dress. Like so. There, see? Isn't that pretty? So now we're just going to do the border part. And I'm just going to use the medium size rhinestones for that. And let's see how many I have here in the pink angel. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7. So I like to start by placing one rhinestone like this on each end and then one in the middle, and I can kind of make it even that way. So I'm going to take this one, just the tiniest amount of hot glue, and set that there. Now I'm going to place one of these in the middle, like so. And see, then I can come in and kind of get an idea. I'm just going to lay these two middle ones down like this, so I can get an idea where to put them, roughly, okay? And I'll just lift it back up and dab hot glue right on the edge. These make such beautiful little ornaments on the tree. They really sparkle, especially if you have lights on the tree, which I'm sure most of you do. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to place right here. Okay, so now we have to add our little hearts on the chest. I have different sizes here, but I wanted to go for the tiniest heart. Which is a challenge, because look how teeny weeny it is. I'll place this right here on the right hand side of my angel, like that. So there we have it. And she looks beautiful in the front and beautiful on the back. And I'll put her right next to the little aqua angel. So here you have your little vintage angels. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to go to my website and download the free pattern at happybirdscraftinghaven.com. And if you are viewing this video a year down the road, you'll have to go to my sidebar where I have all my projects listed in alphabetical order, and it will be under Sparkling Vintage Angel Ornament. And you can click on that and it'll bring you right to the pattern. Okay? So thank you so much again for watching. God bless you all. Love to you. Bye-bye.